right, everybody. Welcome to the Past Times podcast. Each week we go through an old newspaper from a random date in history picked out by Dave Anthony. I'm Gareth Reynolds, and I've never seen it before, and neither is our guest this week.
He's a legendary musician. He's an author. He's a philanthropist. He's a surfer. And you know what else he is? He's patient with cats and a dynamite guy. And if we ever lost him, we'd find him with dynamite. The great Randy Blythe joins us. Hello, Randy.
Thank you. Well done on pronouncing the name correctly.
It's always been how I say it.
I know.
Point me to evidence where I didn't say it.
Well, you have pointless letters in your name.
Yes. Yeah.
See, you know how Dave is on pronunciations. He will attack and not respect. I mean, I'm a prime example.
It's a setup. His name's a setup.
It's a strange way to approach names and language, isn't it, Randy? For someone to think that it's a setup?
Well, I mean...
Wouldn't it make you think that a man's father maybe instilled him with some weird fears and odd complexes?
You're in a fucking kangaroo outfit, bro.
That you killed?
I didn't kill his dad. His dad died of natural causes. Strangulation. All right. Now, Randy, promote... At this point, when this comes out, it'll probably be safe for you to fully promote your book. So why don't you tell us again about your second...
It's a nonfiction book. It's coming out with
book.
Hachette, same editor. It's called Just Beyond the Light. And it's a book about different lessons I've tried to learn from different people.
Are we in it?
You'll be in the third one.
Is that a promise?
But people like my grandmother,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
who grew up in an era we talked a little bit about last time I was here.
The Roaring 20s.
The Depression.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
The downside.
I also have a book coming out called Just Beyond the Light that's about the Lord Jesus Christ.
J-Town.
J-Town.
Okay. Have you seen this?
Oh, J-Town surfing. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Dave, would you take that shirt
Lord
off
of
and give it to
J-Town,
Randy?
where did you get that?
Someone made it and gave it to us.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
Well, Luke out there, he will gladly make you whatever
Okay.
merch
Yeah, we can
want.
make you one
Yeah.
of these.
I
Do we know the guy who made this and gave us the...
I don't.
He didn't give us an email or anything, right? He just...
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because I like the...
Well, you must get a...
surfing on a skateboard.
Yeah, and holding the cross.
Yes.
You must get a lot of stuff from... Do you keep everything fans give you? No. Do you put it in like a room?
I keep some things because they're just so cool.
Yeah, but some stuff you just go like...
But
oh, cool.
there's just so much stuff.
You get so
man.
much. Because you're also the lead singer of Lamb of God.
And, you know, I'm a photographer as well. So photographers love to give me prints that they have taken. And it's normally pictures of me.
That gets
and
weird.
they bring them to me on tour. And I appreciate the sentiment, the thought, the effort they put to them. But they're bringing me
big ones?
18 by 20 print of myself.
Yeah.
Which...
how long?
Yet another picture of me.
How long were you famous before you started going like, okay, I'm not going to start keeping stuff?
I don't know if I'm famous yet or not.
That's a crazy thing to say.
But
You do know you're famous.
it is a subsect of people.
How often do you get recognized?
Pretty much every day.
you're famous.
Without the hair, though, did it change?
I mean, no. I got a little bit more. I was able to move a little bit more low key for about a week.
A week.
Yeah, and then people are like, "Oh, you cut your hair."
See, I would argue that is what we call fame.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go to Barnes and Noble without like people mobbing me or something.
Right, a bookstore maybe. Yeah. Well,
I only get recognized when I'm bottomless.
all right. So, we're done with the intro. Officially. Well, Randy, thank you for joining us. You know the deal here. We're gonna go through a newspaper.
Right.
We don't know when it's from.
Right.
But we like to guess. And you know what? You've been so good to us. You've been so good to the people. Normally I guess first. But please, you take the first stab. What year you think this paper is
I think
from?
we need to go further back this time.
Okay, interesting.
I think I felt out Dave's psychology and
You think you know him?
and neurosis.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot, though.
Whoa.
I think
He sucks you in to make you think you know him, and that's when he strikes.
I think we're gonna go back to 1847.
Wow, that's...
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to yell.
Yeah,
No. That's respect.
I'm
That's
trying not
respect.
to fanboy.
No,
but
that's respect. Listen.
it's like when people come up and when me doing that, I just realized it's like when people come up to me in public and scream my lyrics in my face.
And you're like,
I just did that to
I'm at
Dave
Barnes
Anthony.
and Noble. Yeah.
I just did that to Dave. I just dolloped Dave
You are
Anthony.
on the podcast, so it'd be like if someone did it on stage. Which
Well,
is,
that's true. That's true.
No.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
I'm not as embarrassed now.
decided recently that I'm going to be the Lamb of God dancer.
Yes.
So I'm going to go on stage and I'll be dancing with the band.
He said he wanted to throw meat at the fans.
Yeah.
I told him he needed to get pumped up, get
But
tough.
dance too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pitching a lot of dancing. And yeah, no, you said there's a high bar.
There is.
Well, because you go for it a lot.
Yeah, very physical.
Yeah, very
a
physical.
lot of jumping.
But I'll
Lot
be
of
able to.
jumping.
But I'll be able to show you what I can do, and I think you'll be impressed.
I'm excited to see it.
And I think you'll be impressed by this too, because I'm gonna guess that this paper is later than the last one.
Right.
And I'm gonna guess 1960.
I can't really take you seriously because you don't have your paws on.
Are you talking to Randy?
Could we please put
you.
the pause on?
Oh, I bet you there's a bunch of people out there who just hit the play pause button on the podcast. Now my paws are on. The gloves are off, the paws are on. And by the way, I don't think they did these the right way. I've seen
they
many
didn't.
kangaroos, and
They
I don't believe they have
Absolutely did not.
padding.
They don't
on
look
them.
razor sharp either.
Well, don't test me.
Are there?
Don't test me.
They're like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like to
razor sharp.
disembowel
Yeah.
dogs.
Oh, I love to disembowel dogs.
The dog dies.
I'm a big Christy Gnome guy. Love to disembowel the puppy.
It is September 7th, 1892.
All right.
Randy still wins.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
Yep.
A
Gareth's
little bit
just-
further away than last.
I'm going to get you on
I
one
don't
of
think
those.
Gareth has ever won.
I've won many
Ever-
times,
not
and you've
once.
ignored many of them.
Minneapolis,
Such bullshit.
Minnesota, the Minneapolis Daily Times.
All right, I'll be doing an accent for all of this, just so you know.
Okay, it's your zone.
Yep.
Oh, you betcha there, bud.
Oh, dearie me, they broke some big news about us in the city today, I'll tell you that much.
Boodle and Blood.
Boodle and blood.
They opened
actually
for you,
pretty
didn't
good,
they?
Yeah, Boodle and blood. They did a whole tour with
Yeah.
us. Eastern
I'm
Europe.
Boodle and I'm Blood.
Europe, yeah.
It's just two guys.
Yeah.
It's a
duo.
German.
Yeah, I know. It's like a Lamb of
Boodle
God
and Blut.
ventriloquist act. Yeah, okay, so tell me once again, Boodle, where did you go there? Well, we went down to the shopping center to get chicken pasta.
Figure conspicuously in the Garfield Park raids.
What's happening?
Ja, natürlich.
Garfield hates Mondays.
A millionaire horseman
Wow.
and 2 policemen killed, and a question of veracity between the mayor and chief of police as to a big bribe.
What's happening?
Truth. A question of truth
Yeah.
in high-ranking public officials.
Hard to
Imagine.
believe.
And this is the
Unbelievable.
1800s.
Ja, so see what Butter and Blut have to say
Very
about this.
strange. That's why they came to detective agency Bootle and Blood.
This is out of Chicago.
Oh, it changes everything.
2 dead men.
Now they're Irish.
One of them a millionaire, another mortally wounded, and an open...
What a great way to describe it. I've been shot, and I have a lot of money.
and an open question as to whether Chicago's mayor or its chief of police is a willing perjurer are today's results of the attempt to close the Garfield Park racetrack.
Wow. That's where they race cats.
Yes. The dead men are James Brown of Fort Worth, Texas.
no.
Ah, don't feel so good.
That's how they killed him.
Now I'm in wood. Don't feel so good.
The dead men are James Brown of Fort Worth, Texas, a prominent turf man shot through the right breast and lower portion of the face.
He's
Everything's
a real
weird.
turf man. Now.
Everything's
he's,
weird.
he's
He's
below
very
the
turfy.
turf.
Yeah.
Super turfy.
Yeah.
What is a
Yeah.
turf man?
I don't know.
That
Do they do
is,
lawns?
I think they take care of like
roll
sporting
out-
stadiums.
roll out
That's what I would
turf?
think. Yeah.
Yeah, he might take care of the...
It's a racetrack.
of the racetrack.
Is that really what? Yeah. Okay.
Or
yeah.
They were
might-
trying to close it, so he was like, "Nope."
Yeah. Right.
Though he might just be like a racetrack guy, like a turf man.
That's what
just
they
might
call
be,
it.
yeah.
Or he's territorial.
Oh, he could be territorial. I like that. Really
Yeah.
good last minute throw in.
You know, you find it.
Are you
Each episode,
are you a
find it.
professional
I mean, is your question, am I in the Podcasting Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in FOF.
John Powell, police officer, shot through the mouth.
Yeah.
Shot through the mouth.
If you're going to get shot through something, the mouth.
Mouth is bad. Oh, yeah, I get.
Yeah, so it can go right through.
Yeah.
There's no other part of the body that the butthole.
Stop talking
In the butthole.
and start reading.
The butthole.
No, stop saying. I just want that to be all.
Consider the butthole.
Don't TED talk.
If it went through straight through the anus.
So what? You're
like
a cartoon
swish,
doctor?
If it made a swish, it would still.
What's happening? To you?
The front it would come out would be. Really
you don't know
bad.
how the human body works,
It'd be
and that's
really
coming
bad.
from me.
If it went through the butthole and came out the front, it'd be bad. Now sideways through the cheeks, I think it'd be fine.
Might miss a tooth or two after you're done. But
No, you're the guy who
Clear
was just
pass.
coming at me.
Yeah, but
You're the guy who keeps starting every sentence with the butthole.
But again,
who wouldn't though?
No.
If you had the opportunity, consider the butthole.
Yeah, consider the butthole. That's actually the name of my book.
Oh my God, the cover.
the
Will you shoot the
butthole.
cover art?
It's just Dave peeking up over an anus. Just like
Kind of, yeah.
And our
With
next,
a pipe.
I was on Kimmel. Our next guest, Dave Anthony, author of Consider the Butthole.
We're not sure how this guy ended up getting here. I'm reading a cue card. What the hell does it say?
Harry McDowell, a police officer, was shot in the abdomen, probably mortally wounded.
it does not pass through.
No.
No,
so
Turns out.
easily.
no, that's a bad place to get
Very
shot.
painful.
Yeah.
Both the officers fell before Brown's revolver, one being instantly killed, the other dying before he could be removed from the grounds.
So that the guy who got shot in the mouth is dead.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, you got like that's what I was picturing.
Tender
You
cheeks.
guys are like it's going through the cheek. I'm picturing that's just a headshot.
It sounds like they didn't update the story from the last sentence.
No.
I already printed that one. It's down.
What are we gonna do? Delete it? This is 1850.
Who killed Brown is not known. Nobody actually saw the killing of Powell and McDowell, and when Brown was slain, a dozen officers were firing at him, including McDowell, who, notwithstanding the fact that his life was ebbing fast, raised himself up on his elbow and fired repeatedly at the man who had laid him low.
On his what?
On his
So
elbow.
he
I
got
think
shot.
it's
He's laying
elbow.
down,
He laid out,
propped himself like a movie, propped
yeah,
himself up and popped a couple
Yeah.
off, and then died.
I'm a turfman.
Yeah.
We don't go down without a fight.
How
He's
dare you.
on his elbow. He's
Yeah.
got his gun up, and then
Yeah, okay.
he perishes.
Shot me through the cheeks. God damn it.
And then a horse. Just ran over him.
Oh.
It was shortly after 3 o'clock when the police, commanded by Inspector Lewis, appeared at the gates to make the third raid upon the park.
Wow.
That's a lot of.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
They
raiding.
really want to shut this fucking racetrack
Yeah.
down. But how do you like?
Pourquoi?
How do you like do an underground racetrack like?
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
Horse racing.
Sounds like you got horses in there, boys. Nope. Nah, just a bunch of Dutch dancers, sir, I promise.
There was no delay in gaining admittance, and 7 wagon loads of officers rolled rapidly down the track toward the grandstand. A panic seized the people in the grandstand at the sight of the Bluecoats, and men and women made wild breaks for liberty.
Oh, so this is like illegal gambling.
This is.
Yeah. Panic seized the people in. Oh, I already said
What
that.
balls it takes to set up a racetrack
Awesome.
and be like, I'm going to have fucking racing
Yeah.
and betting.
Like, there's so much
Nobody's
work
gonna
that
know.
goes into it.
I mean, so it must. have
Don't
been,
tell anyone you were here, everyone who's here.
It must have been legal, and then they made it illegal, right? But then the horse people are all just like, we're going to still do it.
Yeah,
we're doing this.
Right.
We're Boodle and Blood, God damn it.
But how do you think you're going to get away with it?
I don't know.
The cops.
Money talks, bullshit walks.
Have we heard who Boodle and Blood are the guys who were shot?
Oh, I don't know.
I think
Okay.
The police paid no attention to the fleeing spectators, but quickly surrounded the betting ring and the judges' stand. All the officials of the track who could be found were quickly placed under arrest, and a detachment of officers was then sent to the stables to gather in the grooms and the jockeys.
That's right. We're arresting the horses and the men who rode them. We need a weird set of handcuffs for this one.
We want get the jockeys. The grooms. The brides can go. Get the grooms.
The jockeys.
Very
Man.
small handcuffs.
Yeah, just a tiny cell.
Bring the mini paddy wagon out.
All right, look, we can stack them too high.
Attention was then turned to the people who scattered over the grounds singly.
Kill them!
Yes, and
Now!
numerous squads were making their way toward the exit. Only one man who was too fat to run was captured.
Oh my God!
You know what?
It's just
They just walked up to behind him.
I need a minute to flee. May I have a moment before I take off, officer? That is one of those, you would just never see that in a paper today, even if that was true.
No.
Too fat to
Too
flee.
fat to flee. I give up.
That's his book title, Too Fat to Flee.
Well, I would have run 70 years ago.
Fun fact, I was running.
90 pounds ago.
I was running when they caught me.
As the officers approached J.M. Brown, the wealthy turf man, owner of Bobby Beach, C.W. Johnson, and the sensational 2-year-old. Okay, so he's a horse owner.
Okay, the sensational 2-year-old.
That threw me.
I was like, whoa.
Took me for a fucking real loop there, because I wasn't thinking horse.
It's
baby's
it's a sensational child.
Yeah. All right, sit down. 3-card Monty's the game.
You've heard of the terrible twos. We have a sensational two.
A sensational 2-year-old.
And other first-class horses was standing upon the roof of one of the stables watching the policeman pursue people.
Oh, wow.
With him stood Bob Rice, another well-known racing man.
Bobby Rice.
Mm-hmm.
Brown had repeatedly said during the former raids on the
Rice.
park.
Brown rice.
Yeah. Nicely done, Brown Rice.
Okay.
Hey, you want to hold hands?
No.
Brown had repeatedly said during the former raids on the park that he would allow no man to arrest him as long as he had not violated the law.
He doesn't know how police work.
No,
Yeah,
he doesn't.
I don't think that's his decision.
He doesn't know how police work at all.
Yeah.
No. And if a policeman attempted it, he would kill or be killed before he was dragged to the police
He
station.
knows how it works.
I guess
he does know how it works.
I guess he did his thing too.
Powell and McDowell approached the shed, and the former hailed Brown pleasantly, who asked him to come down. "What for?" said Brown.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir!
May we arrest you, please?
No! Oh, suit.
I got a whole thing where I said I wouldn't be arrested and I'd kill or be killed.
This whole place is illegal, sir.
Let's try it again. Pretty please.
Will you... Pretty, please?
No, it's not good. I'm going to have to start killing people. What for, said
I'm
Brown?
trying to get out of here as fast as I can.
That guy. Hey, why did we all chase the fat guy?
I've been caught.
What for, said Brown. So that I can arrest you, replied Powell. I'll not come down and I'll not be arrested, said Brown curtly, at the same time tossing a few pebbles from the stable's gravel roof upon Powell's head.
I like that move, too.
Small rocks.
It's so demeaning. Those actually hurt a little bit. Yeah.
Come and get me. Blink.
The officer then ran around to the rear of the barn and, placing a board against the wall, quickly clambered up to the roof and advanced towards Brown.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Brown's not gonna like.
It's like the end of John Wick.
Yeah. Officer McDowell had by this time passed on, and Brown...
What?
Passed on? Does that mean McDowell's dead?
Dead.
It means
Yeah.
dead.
But who shot him?
Probably Brown.
No, but Brown hasn't been shooting.
Maybe the
anybody yet.
pebbles were really hard.
Very heavy
He's like
pebbles.
flicking.
Yeah.
Death by pebble.
Yeah.
And Brown sprang to the ground and walked rapidly toward a gate opening from the grounds upon 14th Street. So he jumped off
The roof.
the shed roof. So this is like a Spider-Man type guy.
Yeah.
Parkour.
Powell
Yeah.
followed. Yeah,
Peter
yeah.
Parkour.
Peter Parkour.
Powell followed closely after him, and Brown began to run, paying no attention to the repeated calls of Powell that unless he halted, he would be fired upon.
Brown ran into the fat guy.
Take me with you. Drag me, please.
As no attention was paid to him, Powell drew his revolver and sent a bullet whizzing through the air just over Brown's head. That was enough. Brown instantly wheeled around, his revolver flashed in the sunlight, and he fired, and Powell fell forward on his face.
Shit.
Dead.
He's not messing around.
No. Starts with pebbles.
Come on, Chubby, we're out of here.
I didn't do anything.
He came down as though struck by a thunderbolt or bullet. I mean, also
yeah, why?
bullet.
Exactly. Truly, it was like lightning hit him. Yeah, he was shot.
In the face. Yeah, that's...
All of a sudden, he stopped. We're not sure why just yet.
Blood began spurting from his head.
Yeah, like thunder.
As if Thor himself had struck the hammer.
Like thunder had hit his forehead. Blood deluged from the man.
And not a movement of the limbs showed that he had known what had happened to him. He wasn't doing like...
Yeah.
The questioning, like...
Whoa, he fell pretty weirdly. Like something changed.
Without placing his revolver in his pocket, Brown fled rapidly along 14th Street. McDowell, hearing the shot... Okay, I don't know what it meant. So McDowell passed on, didn't mean he died. He must have run past or something.
Okay. Right.
McDowell, hearing the shot, had run out of the gate, and seeing the form of his companion lying prostrate in the dusty street and the form of Brown going rapidly up the street, he at once started in pursuit. He was a strong, athletic fellow.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him go. Oh, he's not like that fat guy at all.
I can hear you. We can still hear.
And he gained upon Brown in a way that convinced the fugitive that if he continued in the open street, it meant his capture or a fight for his life. He darted into a yard and thence around the side of an unfinished house. McDowell was but a few seconds behind him, and
This
instead
is
of
so well written.
It is
so
well
I'm
written.
It's actually,
entranced.
yeah, you are actually.
I'm
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, back then with the paper, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah,
This is an
this is
unbelievable
the top
read.
story
Yeah,
of the year.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is like Pulitzer Prize winning
Fuck.
report. So he started around the side.
McDowell was but a few seconds behind him, and instead of following Brown, he turned around the house in the opposite direction, and the two men came face to face in a narrow passageway between the house and a high board fence. McDowell made no effort to shoot. Brown but grasped him fiercely by the throat and ejaculated.
And wait, what? And he
It
ejaculated?
says ejaculated.
Things just got real weird.
This is what I've always wanted.
That's why Brown was not going to be taken alive. You will not jack off on me.
It's a great move.
I should have paid you.
The cops are not shooting you; they're just jerking off on you these days. We're gonna shut down this racetrack.
I'm not going to lie, that was the last thing I expected. Now I came on you.
And he grasped him fiercely by the throat and ejaculated,
Stop
I've
reading
got
it.
you! I've got you now! So it means he said it. He didn't-
Ejaculate.
Oh,
Oh, I've got you now.
oh. And then he slept and hugged him.
Oh, I'm so tired.
He bore his
Let's
man...
make some popcorn and I'll nap.
This is the most sexual thing. He bore his man back against the fence.
There you go. You want another round?
Exceedingly.
This guy knows what he's writing.
This is a definitely homoerotic,
Yeah.
it's like a Penthouse Forum column. They're slipping into the regular paper.
At the same time trying to hold Brown's arms so that he could not raise the revolver, which he still held in his hand.
Yeah, don't shoot.
Oh, I shot. Brown struggled desperately, but he was in the hands of a man who was more than his match, and he could not break away. He then endeavored to raise his revolver, but the strength of McDowell frustrated his efforts. He then pushed the weapon against the body of the officer and fired.
Shit.
With a cry of pain, McDowell fell back, clasping his hands over his abdomen, through which Brown's bullet had bored a ghastly hole. By this time, a dozen officers were close at hand, and as Brown paid no attention to their demands to surrender, several of them opened fire upon him. McDowell, who had McDowell, who had been writhing upon the ground, managed to raise himself up
on the elbow.
On one elbow. And with a determination to even up matters with the man who shot him, opened fire from his revolver. Brown could not escape. He was surrounded on all sides, and before he could raise his revolver to protect himself, a bullet crashed through his right lung, and another tore away the jaw and the lower part of his face.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
But I think the raising yourself up on the elbow is bullshit.
I do
to
too.
make the cops look good.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it's like some sort of like last stand.
Yeah, right.
I jerked off on him. He shot me. Now I gotta kill him.
No, he was on the ground. Just, oh, there's a hole in me, and that guy came on me.
The word, this article was incredible, but he wrote ejaculated, and it just ruined everything.
It really did.
I mean,
I would
it's
say
still really
it
well
made everything.
Yeah.
True. That's a fair point. For me, it took me out of it a little bit.
If I ever get shot,
He jizzed.
if I ever get shot,
Yeah.
no matter what happens, I'm gonna raise myself up on one elbow.
Yep.
I think I'm going
And
to
I'm gonna
jack
think
off.
about this moment.
I
with
like
you
the
two
move.
here.
Oh, that's, first of all, that's a lovely.
Very nice of you.
Lovely,
Are you going to
thing
think about
say.
this guy in a kangaroo outfit?
Yeah, and,
you are.
you with the J-Town circle.
Yeah, sure. Well,
Yeah.
that makes
on
sense.
my elbow.
Yeah. It would be great if you were shot for your last act to be just trying to whack off, like have some respect for yourself.
I'm getting one last one out.
All right, let's just shoot one off real quick.
Get him from my elbow.
That hurts so much. It's not a very big load.
One second.
I jerked off earlier. I should point that. Just die. I should point out I jerked off earlier before we came out. That's why it's tiny.
Take a little time.
Take a look. Give me a minute. Give me some of that water. Let me douse it.
This last ball had struck him almost exactly in the same spot as he had shot Powell. He fell to the ground and turned half over in a weak attempt to rise again, but he had,
To his elbow.
Yeah. But he had not the strength. And as the officers came running down the narrow passway, he tried once more to rise, but it was only a convulsive movement of the limbs, and an instant later he was dead.
What from what?
Tuberculosis.
Thunderbolt.
Consumption. Yeah,
Like a thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Okay, so taken to the morgue, blah, blah, blah. James Brown was a man with a record.
Yeah,
Yes.
many records. many hit records. I can sing many of them.
Great ones.
And if McDowell dies, he will be the 14th man who has gone down before his revolver. I guess.
Ever?
14th?
Oh, maybe
Before
cop, maybe
the
cops.
before
14th cop.
Oh, okay.
Brown was born 52 years ago in Kansas, but moved to Texas while a boy. And then it goes up here to the... Has since then made his home in that state. He was for 10 years the sheriff of Lee County. Wow. And it is said that all the killing he ever did was in an official capacity.
I like that.
Yeah.
I've only killed for work.
Only official.
Only official.
Just business, gentlemen.
off the
been
record.
Escalades.
We're going to go off the record
Yeah.
now, but
Yeah, I mean, a couple of times on the weekend I killed for pleasure.
off the record, I got a few more bodies on this.
But-
good
Yeah.
in here.
I shot a dog and a goat in a gravel pit. He has been interested in the running turf for the last 25 years and was generally regarded as a square man. He had amassed a fortune on the turf, and his estate is estimated at over $1 million.
Oh, shit.
The turfman is
It good pays
profitable,
well,
man.
yeah.
It's interesting, yeah. So I mean, he just didn't want to be arrested for being at the racetrack.
No, he's not
Well,
having it.
I mean, he really was.
He is from Texas.
Yeah, okay.
It's
It was
You
probably
ever
going to
been
be
to
a
Texas?
hefty fine, yeah.
They don't enjoy being told what to do down
No,
there,
they don't. No, they definitely don't.
even when it don't make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah. Trying to help you. And my freedom.
The Chief McClanahy said of the tragedy that it confirmed his determination to close the park. Look,
No shit.
Well,
what I'm talking about.
What is he going to do about it? All right, it can stay open.
You try to close a park, they kill you.
Yeah.
Means we need to close that damn park.
We got to get that fat man out of here somehow.
Far from making me change my mind, it confirms my decision. If police officers cannot enter the park in the discharge of their duty without being killed, it is time the park was closed.
I mean, that is such a funny thing for them. Like,
People want to watch races, gamble. We don't like that. Send in the cops, you die.
Imagine if that was in a paper today, like, well, the fact that they've killed all these officers confirms that we are actually going to have to shut it down.
This is the right
dangerous for the police, so we're making the move.
Wow, that was really crazy.
That I think is our longest opening article.
It was really
long.
I've listened to a lot of these, and that was actually edge of the seat.
Yeah. Well, and you're an author 2 times.
Thriller, yeah.
Well, usually you start reading a long article on here, and then you stop because it's like, okay, it's getting really bad.
Like what's happening right
it's
now.
Not. But this was really well written, except for the ejaculation.
That's the best part.
This has a bunch of headlines.
Let's party.
Won by Dixon. The black man made a monkey of Skelly.
Whoa.
Christ.
In 8 rounds, the Brooklyn lad was clearly outclassed. Terrific punishment inflicted upon Skelly while Dixon was untouched.
Oh, boxing.
Yeah.
The second of the Olympic Club's pugilistic events, a hard-fought battle.
So the white guy got beaten up by the black guy?
That's what they're saying.
Okay, right.
And what year was this again? 18.
Man, that must have been hard for them to take.
1892.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very upsetting. When
yeah.
a black guy beats
and
a
where
white
was
guy.
that?
This is in New Orleans.
Oh, they must have been furious.
Yeah.
Well, I think the culture down there is a little bit more intermingled.
Yeah, still, I think the whites.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Yeah, the whites. Well, the whites. That's what I have to say.
The whites.
Wonderful whites.
That's my book.
The fight tonight in the Olympic Club Arena, the second of the high-priced attractions, provided for public entertainment and test the endurance of this class in fistic firmament.
Fistic firmament.
Oh, man.
That is...
yeah, go ahead. Whenever you're ready.
That gives me ideas. Time to partake of the fistic firmament a little bit. It sounds vaguely religious and pornographic at the same time.
Yeah, well, like religion.
With a contest between black and white in which public sentiment nearly all in favor of the Caucasian and
surprise!
I wonder why.
You're in the deep south.
and the public betting nearly all on the side of the African.
That is so... That really
we
is...
know what we want.
Yeah, but we
know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to root for the white guy, but fuck that if I'm going to put money on him.
And all the pictures there are of the white guy, and they're fucking hilarious.
That's the black guy.
Oh.
Are you... That's beyond colorblind, Gareth.
I can't see.
I can't see him. I got kangaroo eyes.
I don't see color. I refuse to.
Both men stood high in their class, and yet each was a representative of a class. Dixon had, up to this evening, fought innumerable series of winning mills in professional ranks, while his worthy opponent had equally as spotless a record in the amateur contest. One had experience, cleverness, and gameness. The other was known and highly rated for skill, dogged determination, to do or die.
Wow.
And then it continues on. The weather was warm.
What a
In
weird...
New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
What a weird...
They like to throw in the weather a lot.
It's a nice day.
But the throng was like all good-natured crowds that gather here, as it was different in one respect. Ordinarily, there's not a black face to be seen in the arena.
Yeah, there you go.
It was like all normal, happy.
Just a normal-
as normally.
Oh, yeah. Just matter
no
of
black
fact.
people.
Yep. Just...
In New Orleans, too.
Well, also, I mean, that the black fighter must have been like, Jesus Christ. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, as he's fucking wailing
I
on
think
this
he's-
white guy.
I mean,
He's
if
saying
you're...
Are they saying that there were black people?
Yeah, there were.
Yeah. So like, yeah.
Yeah, there's black people in the audience.
Right.
Yeah.
Which never happens.
Right, yeah, right.
If you're a black fighter at this time, you're like, do I want to win?
Yeah,
right.
This
Winning
could be,
is losing, too.
Yeah, this could be a little dangerous.
Yeah, well, the white guy is just, I don't know what's going on. It's stronger than I thought.
There was a crowd of them tonight in the gallery. One of the stars tonight was a black man, and the club acceding to the natural desire on the part of the black element to witness the engagement set aside a space for them. Okay, so they gave him a place to go.
Yeah.
Sure.
We
I'm
could
sure
have
they
said that
felt
a lot.
Probably
lot
not
easier.
the best seats.
I'm sure they're very comfortable.
No, not at all. The black brothers did not come in large numbers, but he took.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like,
Shocking.
we're going to go see our homie maybe beat up a white dude.
I'll take a pass.
Do you want to go?
No, I'll probably stay here. But good luck and great meeting
I've
you.
looked at them. I think he's going to beat the shit out of that
Well,
white
now
dude.
I'm actually.
So you want to come with me?
Oh,
Is
great.
there a runaway section where you can just quickly run the back
Yeah,
wall
there's-
drops
there's
and you
like
can
a
run?
trap door
Exit,
deal.
emergency exit.
Yeah. The second he's on the ropes, like, be like, we should get the fuck
Well,
out of
we're
here.
leaving, bro.
So,
Howdy.
Let's see. They took a deep interest in what went on and felt a pardonable pride in the representative of
Pardonable
Pride.
There's a lot.
Pardonable pride.
Pardonable pride. What a way to put it. When you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you're allowed to have a little pride.
I
You're allowed to have
apologize.
a little pride
we'll
this
let him have
time.
this.
We'll
So
let it slide
sorry.
this time.
Chief of Police Gaster sent a squad of policemen to keep the black contingent in order. That's not who
It's
has to be.
fucking-
That is not who has to be worried
Yeah.
here.
Of course. Now, watch it now. Don't
Yeah.
cheer too hard.
Don't get too excited for your boy.
But be careful, you might get racist. Treat the white people with some respect. We've been through enough in this country. How dare you?
But he did not have much to trouble himself with, for the crowd was as
terrified.
orderly, as orderly,
Yeah, that was
very
worse.
quietly watching.
Yes. Hit him.
Yeah.
Tonight, the same excellent police discipline was preserved as heretofore, and
New Orleans
heretofore-
generally does have excellent police discipline.
True, yeah.
that's
You
what
know
you
about
hear,
down
yeah,
there.
well. And the crowd was handled with the greatest of ease. And I believe it continues in the next one.
Yeah, you're trying to wonder what, like, would make the crowd more riotous. Would it be the white guy winning or the white guy losing?
It would be
would depend on-
the white guy losing and the black audience cheering
Yes.
crazily.
Yes.
That would be it.
Right.
If the white
But I
guy,
was saying-
if the white guy loses and the black audience
course.
doesn't do anything,
Then it's okay.
I think it's acceptable.
Okay.
Because remember, they've all bet on the black guy.
And
Yeah,
I-
right.
I-
Right. There's that. Money.
Yeah.
Money's
Money
a
talks.
big important component in this country.
I think that's probably exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they were quietly like,
Yeah.
They were quiet.
oh no. Awesome. I'll buy us a lot of beer after this.
The knockout blow was a pile driver stroke plumb before the neck. There was some
Punched you in the neck, son.
Yeah, neck blow.
I knocked you out by hitting you in the neck.
brutal.
Just right in the cutter.
I would watch more boxing if there was just if you were trying to hit the neck more than
neck.
anything. He's really working the neck tonight, Ted.
He can't breathe. He's crushed his esophagus.
Anderson's neck is really swollen. He looks like a python swallowing an egg.
There was some difficulty in detecting just which of half a dozen blows which Dixon slatter on the face
He
and
hit
neck
him
of the
so
Brooklyn
many
lad
times.
I don't know which one killed the white man, but it was in the last dozen.
was the one that put Skelly to sleep. So rapid and merciless was the rain of blows that it may be said a bunch of punches knocked him out. Look, I can't figure out which one.
He hit him about 12 times in 3 seconds. We're not sure.
There's no replay. He was dead at one point, and then he kept going, and then he was down.
Blood was dripping from 2 breaks on his face down upon his breast. Dixon's bronze skin was dyed red from his opponent's blood.
Oh, my God.
Skelly's eyes rolled wildly and his lids shut, and he reeled to the earth. 1, 2, 3, shouted the referee, counting the seconds.
They really made the beginning it sound like it was a much closer contest. Like, they were like, both fighters brought a lot to the table.
Yeah.
But then at the end, they're like, but only one man could be covered in the other one's blood.
The other man got fist fucked by it's fist fucked his face.
This was truly a fisting.
The fisting firmament. The firmament of fisting.
At the count of 3, Skelly lurched forward upon one knee, at the same moment lifting one arm above his head. He's in it, yelled the crowd, but the crowd was wrong. The blood-covered boy, who had forfeited his amateurship for this, reeled as he tried to force the other knee to act, tottered a moment, and pitched headlong to the earth.
I mean, the one knee trying to get up
Yeah.
with your one hand in the air. Like,
I'm okay.
just trying.
I only got punched 40 times.
My neck's seen better days.
The gloves were probably not the highest.
Oh,
quality.
yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, they were
Leather,
yeah,
bad stitching.
It's probably worse
cutting
for you.
you.
Yeah.
So on to 10 went the count of the referee, but the prostrate youngster had not moved when a thunderous shout went out into the night air.
He's dead.
Knocked out, yelled the crowd. And none louder than the 200 black folks in the gallery assigned to them. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh.
Dixon had stood with his right arm drawn, ready to bring down the prostrate fellow should he succeed in standing up. So he's just waiting there.
He's just
relaxed.
waiting. Don't get up.
Please.
Don't get up.
At the count of 10, however, he dropped his guard, and when Skelly had been bodily lifted to his chair, he went to Skelly's corner and offered to shake hands. Skelly did not see Dixon's offer, and the latter picked up Shelley's hand with his glove and shook it as the formality
So he's
required.
like dead.
He's out. He's
done.
He picked up his hand
Come
and
here.
shook it. Dixon then turned and tripped over to his corner, where he was joyously received by his trainers and backers. The Boston youngster had maintained the Bantam Championship, won a purse of $7,500 and a side bet of $5,000. Wow, he made a lot of
shit.
fucking money.
So he was from Boston.
Yeah.
So that's insult to injury.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, right,
A
yeah.
Yankee,
yeah.
a black Yankee comes down and whoops your
Oh my
fucking
God,
ass.
a fucking
Beats the
blankie kick your ass.
A blankie. Nice.
The young Brooklyn amateur fought a game battle, and that is all can be said he had done.
The funeral will be Sunday.
Well, you tried.
Yeah.
Please send flowers.
Yeah.
He showed fight while strength was with him, and only gave up when nature
He
gave
was
out.
fighting until he got his face fucked up.
He did really well until he was murdered from gloves.
Until his teeth were laying all over the mat. He was doing,
I'll tell you, he was the best fighter before the match.
before they rang the bell, it was amazing.
Before they rang the bell, that
looking
kid had a
good.
hell of a match. He's a hell of a kid.
The Boston Bantam's generalship was much admired, and his strength and hitting ability were considered something wonderful. At the end of the battle, a challenge from Charlie Mitchell to the winner of the Sullivan-Corbett contest was read and heartily laughed at. What is
Wow.
that? That's just a different fight. Like he challenged someone, and everyone's like, "Good luck."
Yeah.
Nearly every other fighter at the ringside wanted to fight somebody, and Police Captain Barrett ordered all the challengers out.
Wow. So they were ready to fucking keep going.
Yeah, they wanted.
Well,
to keep fighting.
that's great. Especially the $5,000 bet.
Yeah.
You like to see that.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's. I mean, he made a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, you're talking $12,500 back then.
Yeah, it's like $14,000 in
But-
today's money.
As someone in the entertainment business,
Here we go.
we got to think about manager.
Yeah,
We gotta think
here we
about
go.
booking agent.
That's right.
We got to
Wow.
think about the local venue.
That's right.
It's true.
I
Travel.
don't think they had merch then.
Might have been selling merch.
Oh God, wouldn't it be amazing if they had merch?
I told you I'd knock that asshole
Yeah.
out.
Fumigated at Chicago.
Fumigated?
2 carloads of immigrants held up
Oh,
and
fuck me.
disinfected.
Fuck me.
What? It's fine.
Jesus
it's going
Christ.
normal. It's normal, you guys.
No, that's just not good.
2 carloads of immigrants from New York over the Pennsylvania
Immigrants
Road.
from New York.
They're from New York, yeah.
Oh man, I like that a lot more. Yo, the big city. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here.
Gas 'em, boys.
Yeah, de-stink 'em.
Were halted 20 miles from the city today, and both cars and passengers thoroughly fumigated before being allowed to proceed.
Boy, oh
Holy
boy.
shit.
Boy, so these are people from New York, but were immigrants.
Yes.
So they landed at like Ellis Island or whatever, and then they came over, and then they came to Chicago.
No, they could have just been living in New York.
So
And
this
been
might have
going-
just been regular, like Brooklyn.
No, they may have been immigrants living in New
right.
York.
So but it didn't matter Chicago.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, immigrants will re-stink even after acclimation.
The immigrants were in good condition and had
Oh
been...
my God, like they're Pontiacs.
And,
What the fuck? Good interior on some of them.
wait,
Better fumigate them just in case.
and had been fumigated in New York, but additional precautions were deemed necessary.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
Send us, you're hungry.
They were going to Chicago.
To Chicago. Known for its delicious smells.
Somewhere in Ohio. We think they may have picked up some bugs. We better spray these boys down one more
Fucking
time.
A.
Here's what it is.
No.
A close watch is being kept on Grand Trunk trains for immigrants who are supposed to have escaped the Sarnia quarantine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know what Sarnia is.
I think it's in Germany.
Sarnia sounds like
Narnia, but
yeah, like Narnia,
sort of.
but 200 persons from the infected.
that makes it a little. That I feel better.
Do you?
I mean, a little bit. That they're like, I'm sure that they were like inventing a lot of this. I mean, I never heard of Sarnia before, so they were probably like, yeah, it's called Sarnia.
Sarnia, she?
Yeah, Sarnia, yeah.
I mean, a lot's changed in that area, like as far as what country is what since then. But Sarnia, this is Canada. That can't be right.
I see. I'm pro spraying
I think we
Canadians.
should fumigate Canadians
I'm
now.
so
That's
pro.
You said that, and I'm like, let's
pro.
spray those motherfuckers down.
Well, we just came in from Edmonton. Get them.
Yeah, this is Canada, so maybe it's Canada.
I'm pro this.
Although it could also be the same name in Germany because.
I'm pro that.
Deutschland, yes.
Yeah,
The Germans
Sarnia.
need a good fumigating.
Yep.
Oh no, I do believe they came from.
Canada?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I think they came from.
But we actually just got fumigated up there in New York, so we were thinking.
It's tit for tat.
Unfortunately, the way we fumigate in Chicago is a little different. So bend over and spread them.
What?
We're spraying.
Oh, come on there, bud. That's really not necessary.
Careful, I'm going to ejaculate. So
What's going on?
I'm going to ejaculate in a minute. So here I am ejaculating.
You say it like that, it's very upsetting.
I've got something to say. I'm going to ejaculate.
No.
On these Sarninians.
I'm going to ejaculate all over these Sardinians.
200 persons from the infected districts of Germany disembarked from the steamer Kremens at Montreal. And as only 80 persons are now being held at Sarnia, it is feared the others may have made their way into this country.
So they're Germans through Montreal.
Through Sarnia, Ontario.
Right.
And then down to America. And then you got to gas them. And
double fumigate.
And they got to fumigate him from the quarantine, which isn't scabies.
And by the way, I would love to know what they fumigated with back then.
Right?
Yeah, they're just like...
Some sort of proto-DDT.
Yeah, oh my God.
Agent Orange.
Spray him until there's a new eyeball on him, boys.
I definitely now am going to have our booking agents book us a show in Sarnia, though.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah, the Chronicles of Sarnia.
Well, I'm part of the... I don't know. I mean, I am part of the band. Well, I'm part of the...
You're in.
I'm part of the. I'm part of the state. I'm dancing.
You're the sixth member of Lamb of God.
I dance on stage.
That's the new.
Yeah. They call me Jam of God.
Jam of God.
Yeah, I'm up there. I do moves. I find it.
In the kangaroo costume.
Yeah. Why are you so pissed off? Because you're not part of the band.
Off. All I just think about is that you're kind of. It's like Stolen Valor, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones guy.
First of all, I base it all on the Prodigy guy. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones dancer stole it from the Prodigy guy.
The fuck he did.
The fuck he did.
Boss Tones was first. Are you out of your fucking mind? The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
What's the next story, dickweed?
Back to the Chronicles of Sarnia.
He killed 2 men.
Who did? That's the headline.
Is it?
I hope so.
A bartender uses his gun with deadly effect.
Wow.
They should that headline should come back.
Yes, I think
deadly
so
effect.
too.
Yeah.
Having dated several bartenders and seeing what they have gone through,
yes,
I support it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Frank Hook of West Duluth kills Mike Haggerty and mortally wounds Jack Murphy.
What is the difference?
What between Jack Murphy and
between
Mike
killing and mortally wounding?
I don't think there's a difference.
So what's the differentiation? Just one man dead, another man mortally wounded.
About to die.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, right. Slower death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Instant death versus like a bleed out.
Is from West Superior. Frank Hook, a bartender, shot and instantly killed Mike Haggerty and mortally. You just did that in the headline.
Yeah.
They didn't tip them.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
and mortally wounded Jack Murphy at West Duluth while in front of a saloon tonight. All had been drinking and quarreling. Murphy has a .38 caliber ball in the abdomen and cannot live 12 hours. Well,
Wow.
you don't know that. Come on.
He's
can't
gonna die.
Yeah, they can't tell that. They barely know
Sure
what's
they
happening
can.
with any medicine.
But
at this
also,
time.
this is like at a time when news does not travel at lightning speed.
True.
So who knows what time the person
Oh, yeah, he's
actually
dead.
wrote that story. He's
Yeah.
done. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Tune in tomorrow to find out if he actually died.
And he did.
Hook escaped. He is supposed to be hiding in the marshes this side of the bay, and the police are looking for him. How long can you hide in marshes?
Oh, boy.
You're just
It's
wet.
soggy.
You're
Yeah,
just
it would
wet.
not be great.
Yeah, it's
no
gonna-
wetsuit.
Yeah,
No.
you're not going to last long
You're
in
going to
marshes.
start pruning real
Yeah,
soon.
he's fucked. Well, good luck, boys.
Yeah. Godspeed.
Godspeed, Hook.
I also am always so thrown off by when you could, like, with the laws of shooting people. Feel like you could kind of shoot people,
Yeah, sometimes.
and then you just kind of
Well, you could definitely at this
Stand your
time-
ground, boy.
Yeah. But, like, if you're a bartender, you'd be like, I had to.
Yeah.
But I guess the bartender was drunk, too.
I mean, there was a long time when if your wife cheated with a guy, you could legally kill the guy.
I think that should come back.
I can't take you seriously. You're a kangaroo.
This is so fucking ridiculous. I mean, we've been through so much to be taken seriously, and you just sit here and you just say stuff like that. What was this, 1991? I'm a guest on your show. Have some fucking respect,
This is just a want ad.
okay?
A what?
A want
A
ad.
want ad.
Oh.
Wanted
Yes.
by a girl.
Oh no,
Respect.
no. Wanted by a girl.
Bodily autonomy
To
How are
be
you
able to
spell-
go to the post office.
without being harassed.
How are you spelling by?
BY.
Okay, that's a relief.
Yeah. By a girl, a home with some old, childless Christian people living in the city. Scandinavian preferred.
Oh Christ.
Old wanted.
Childless Christians.
So she wants.
So
No, that wanted by a girl, a home
So this is
in the city with old Swedes.
Old
Christian
Swedes.
Swede.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what we're looking
very
for.
specific.
Yes.
It's a fetish if
It
there
is
is.
That's
very-
what I'm saying.
You can find this today. Like,
Old
I'm looking for old Christian Swedes.
old Christian Swede meetup. You know.
DP. Edward W. Bach, the book editor of the Sunday Times, is going to marry the daughter of Lydia Pinkham. Sorry.
Lydia.
Apologies, Lydia.
Shout out to the cat, Lydia.
But Mr. Bach wishes it understood that he does not marry his mother-in-law nor any of her recipes.
What the fuck is going on? What is happening?
I'm gonna marry her.
Publicly
Publicly
saying
suggesting
Do not like that
that he-
girl.
she is a shit cook.
She is a shit cook.
The paper started off so strong, and now it's tweets.
He is going to start life for himself and find out what is the matter with the family as he proceeds on the journey.
Wow.
What
That's
in
marriage.
the hell is wrong with these people? I must find out.
I'm leaving to find out.
I'm marrying in. I'm going to investigate their culinary disaster of a family unit.
I mean, that kind of perfectly describes marriage, though.
And what?
It really does.
You get married,
you
and then
find
you
out
learn what's wrong with the family.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're just like, oh shit, and then you start going like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Oh, that tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, so he. Okay.
That's where that came from.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Crazy since the Cure.
Okay.
A
band?
Dwight graduate attempts to murder an entire
I went
family.
to Dwight.
Did you hear the rest of it?
No.
Attempts to murder an entire family.
Wait.
Well,
what?
you completely missed the headline because somehow you
I
got
heard
caught up.
I heard the headline.
No, you got caught up on Dwight somehow and missed the murder of the family part.
Go
of it.
ahead, do the murder of the
You-
family.
I mean, who gets tripped up on Dwight?
Well, he said I graduated from Dwight. It sounds like a team you'd find out in March Madness. Is like, boy, Dwight made it way first. Nobody had Dwight in their bracket.
A Dwight graduate attempts to murder an entire family. Charles W. Lewis, a graduate of Dr. Keeley's Institute at Dwight, this afternoon shot at and attempted to kill his wife, baby, and sister-in-law, and then blew out his own brains.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
His poor aim resulted in his sister-in-law, Mary McGuigan, being only shot in the hand, his wife in the thigh, and his baby unscathed.
How did you... The baby is the easiest. Like,
oh man, if you can't shoot a baby,
you don't deserve a gun.
You do not
in
deserve
America.
a gun.
Well, maybe it was one of those new fast babies.
I can't believe I can't believe he even managed to kill himself.
Did he?
You missed the baby.
Yeah, he did.
Hold still, baby.
Did he think he mortally wounded all of them? He's like, now that I've taken their 3 lives, I can't do time for this. All right, well, the baby's fine. I'm hurt a little bit. It's a good thing he's gone.
Lewis has been deranged since he took the cure.
The cure
for alcoholism?
Moderna?
That's a good question.
It could be they used to give them all sorts of weird shit to treat alcoholism, like belladonna and.
Oof.
Okay, wait. The cure. Okay. Shock treatments. The cure for impotence.
For impotence. Your dick don't work?
Yeah, you need electricity, boy.
We're going to shoot
We're gonna do
20,000 volts.
1.21 gigawatts through your dick.
You gonna be hard.
You're going to be hard, boy.
Shock.
Stiff as a board.
Shock. So I can't get hard. Well, what you need is a more electrical current running through your body, boy. That's what you need.
Yeah, so this was in Victorian time.
10,000 volts. How's it feel now?
Yeah, this was for masturbation, gonorrhea, sexual excess, and constant
So
excitement
the electricity can cure
Constant
most
excitement
ailments.
of the genital organs.
So wait, so you get shock treatment if you get hard too much?
Yeah.
Now where are you?
He was impotent.
You ain't getting hard.
Well, we
You're
don't
getting
know.
hard too much. Come to me.
It could have been hard too much.
I thought you said he received the cure for
Well, I'm
impotence.
just saying this is considered the cure. Shock treatment's the cure.
I thought actually he was like, his wife was complaining he couldn't get it up.
That's what I thought,
Maybe
too.
it
One
could be,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we zapped the shit
His
out of
baby
that
was
woman.
also complaining he couldn't get it up. We shocked him.
Some doctors introduced galvanic baths or bathtubs filled with electrodes, which were supposed to restore sexual desire in just 6 sessions. Others took an even more localized approach, where rods and currents running through them were placed inside the man's urethra.
Jesus Christ.
It's not worth it.
Oh no.
Just go on hikes.
Yes, just be a eunuch.
The second
Something.
that someone is putting an electrical rod up your dick hole. I mean, imagine it like that time.
Do you know what you're doing?
No, not really. Boy, you got a really small piss hole, boy. Let me jam this up here and get ready. This is going to be the worst thing that ever happens to you.
But it's going to get hard after.
You're going to want to shoot your baby. This was thought to be particularly helpful for those with significant atrophy to the genital area.
Oh, you got what we call lazy low.
Lazy loud boy.
Fuck me, God damn
There we
it.
go.
Worst story ever.
All right. Let me just jam this rod in your piss hole.
I think we're close.
I don't know.
Yeah, he says yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Let's do one last one then.
Okay.
All right.
Are we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Boy, that is really tough to imagine.
Yeah.
That's
Cock shocker.
Yeah, the cocker. Yeah, yeah.
It's brutal. Wire up his balls, boy.
Just and imagining back then, like that was like fresh out of another guy's dick. There we go. Sorry, this one's juiced up from Lenny.
Got a little pus from Lenny on
Here we
his
are.
dick.
This got a little bit of the Lenny juice on it. Don't worry, that's just gonna make it gliding a little easier.
No, I don't need to wash it.
Now, what's your problem? It's getting too hard or not hard enough? Don't matter. There you go.
More votes.
Let me just take your temperature the old-fashioned way, boy. There you go.
August Strindberg, the Danish poet, is famous for his hatred of women. Imagine being famous for hatred of women in this time.
Oh man!
Like you
like
really
other
got...
people being like, look, I agree, they shouldn't have rights, but chill the fuck out. It's aggressive.
This aversion seems to be uncontrollable at times and often leads the author into difficulty.
Wow. Wow. I mean, he must have really been letting it rip.
Oh, fuck you, woman!
Sounds like he needs some shock treatment.
Yeah, I can kill him.
Not long ago, he happened to meet a lady at a friend's.
Fuck you, woman!
Yes.
All right, easy does it now.
Well, how dare you introduce me to a woman?
Just have some pie.
Walking around, breathing.
Oh, my Lord.
You have friends.
And taking hold of her.
Oh, no.
Threw her from the veranda.
What the fuck?
It's a woman.
All right. Well, there's more coming, so we should probably figure this out pretty quick.
And now
her.
I will write a 8-line poetic verse.
Yeah, that's right.
This has been a really strange hang.
Consider the woman.
And now my latest poem.
She stood up.
Fuck woman.
She was on
Not
the
that
veranda.
kind of fuck woman.
What rhymes with veranda toss?
I demand never to see her again. From the
Her
veranda.
name was Miranda, and I demand her to throw her out the veranda.
Yes.
The poor woman who was injured brought suit against the ungallant writer.
On what grounds?
Ungallant.
Very ungallant.
What
He
a
threw
weird-
a lady from a veranda.
Yeah.
He was condemned to pay the plaintiff 115 gulden. And
Oh, yeah.
200 gulden at cost of the proceedings. The case has caused much talk in Germany. Yes, of course.
Holy
yes.
fuck.
Yeah, he threw a lady. He threw a lady.
veranda.
Threw a lady off the veranda.
And she was hurt.
It's
He had to pay him
insane.
fine.
Well, he does hate women. I mean,
He's a poet.
Well,
yes.
listen.
He's a poet.
This is my art.
Yeah.
You do not understand. This is my art.
This is where I've put a lot of material from this moment.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ.
Well, shit.
That was a workout.
There we go.
Indeed.
Do you have one more small one? No.
No. that
All
was
right.
it.
Okay. Well, you can't beat veranda tossing.
Veranda's away.
But that's right. Randy, thanks again.
Thank you.
This has been the best. Come back whenever
Oh, I will.
you're in town. And lamb-of-god.com for all your tour dates.
Correct.
Our tour dates.
Yes.
I misspoke. And Dave, I think the best way to end this is for you to say something from the heart to our guest.
I don't like Gareth.
It's a really, really crazy thing. You had an option to say anything, and
Yeah, that's right.
to be that is crazy.
Oh, we're bonding.
No, I don't like this bond. Well, Randy Blythe, thank you for joining us.
J-Town loves you, though.
J-Town loves you.
Again, it's just super weird stuff.
J-Town loves you.
Yeah.
Do you guys enjoy my J-Town ornaments?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you mailed us, J-Town.
I did. I still have it. It's right.
J-Town.
When you asked for our addresses,
Right.
I was
It's,
like, I
it's
wonder what
right
this
under
is
my
gonna be.
computer. It just sits there and with
Dave
the
holds
cake.
it up sometimes for
I do hold it up during
tapings and
tapings,
things
yeah.
like that. So, yeah, no, we appreciate it very much. All right, well, and excited to read your new book.
Yeah,
It'll
thank
be
you very
out
much.
soon after this comes out. So, all right, God bless everyone. Thank you.
Some of these days you'll miss me, honey.